water is a basic human right. No matter how rich or poor we are, where we come from, what the color of our skin is, we all deserve clean drinking water.
27 Indigenous communities across Canada are currently living under long-term drinking water advisories. And for those that don't fall under the advisories, getting access to clean drinking water isn't necessarily easy. That's the case in Six Nations of the Grand River, a southern Ontario community where many still can't drink water from their tap.
There's First Nations communities that are living in third world conditions in a first world country, and that's honestly insane to me.
17-year-old water warrior Autumn Peltier is fighting for clean drinking water in Canada's Indigenous communities. Peltier, who's from Wikwemikong First Nation on Manitoulin Island, has been an advocate for nearly a decade. At age 12, she captured the world's attention when she spoke at the Assembly of First Nations, where she met Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
I was told to give him a gift, and the gift was a water bundle. And I was told, don't say anything to him. I didn't plan on saying anything that I said, but I guess in that moment, I don't know, I just felt I guess a strong feeling of passion towards what I was, of course, talking about, advocating for. Basically, what I did, I walked up to him, he reached in to grab it, I pulled back, and I said, I'm very unhappy with the choices you made and broken promises to my people. And then he said, I understand that. I started crying, probably just because of the overwhelming situation, and he said, I will protect the water.
6 years later, and a year past the government's self-imposed deadline to end long-term boil water advisories, Peltier says the progress has been uneven.
I've been doing this since I was 8 years old, and again, I turn 18 next month, and very little has happened and changed since then. And so I believe it's something that's going to take a very long time to kind of resolve. And my Auntie Josephine was doing this basically till the day she died. I don't want to be doing this till I'm 70 years old.
Today, Autumn is working with the Dreamcatcher Foundation and Healthy First Nations as an ambassador for their temporary filtration program.
I help get their message out, what they're trying to help for, and then they also help me at the same time, because it's come to the point where we kind of have to take it into our own hands, because the government won't do anything, or they just take years to do anything. So it's just kind of a temporary solution for First Nations communities. That's why I do what I do, because I'm trying to make it part of the conversation, trying to make it known.
The Office of Canada's Minister of Indigenous Services, Patty Haidu, tells CityNews in a statement, the government has lifted 135 long-term advisories since 2015 and prevented 223 short-term advisories from becoming long-term. The government adds Canadians can expect most remaining long-term drinking water advisories to be lifted within the next 12 months.
Because, again, we live in a time where everybody deserves the right to clean drinking water, and I guess really my hope is to, at least if we can't resolve the issue completely, at least work towards finding solutions that at least can be temporary or permanent.
Tomorrow on City News, we go to the home of a Six Nations of the Grand River resident and watch this filter be installed.